MyFlashStore.net, the internet's #1 beat marketplace. Breathtaking beats.
My name is Flavio, I'm the music producer behind Breathtaking Beats, where actually now there's a team of music producers, so we have 4 music producers on the team, and I make beats for a living. I started when I was 8 years old, and I sat down the first time behind the keys of a piano and instantly felt a connection to that instrument. So I started to teach myself playing piano, and at the age of 16 I really had developed that passion for music, and I discovered this website shadoway.com, which made me realize that I didn't even know about that whole beat selling business at that time. So I saw this opportunity, and I thought that would be a great way to make my passion a future job, maybe even. So I started making my first beats and creating my website, and this is how everything got started. There's a lot that inspires me actually. Foremost, if I have like a creative block, I go outside for a hike in nature and just enjoy being a bit outside all the noise and trouble from the town. And that's a huge source of inspiration for me. What I do also is to watch movies and listen to other producers' beats or other beats in general, other music in general. I also enjoy classical music by a lot. If you listen to my beats, you will realize that a lot of them are very classical music oriented. So this is what inspires me. That really depends actually from the idea that I have in mind. If I have already like an idea in mind from the melody side, or if I'm in an emotional mood, or maybe in a more aggressive mood, I start with the melody first. So if I already have the idea, I start with the melody, start playing different melodies on piano, try out what works, and build more melodies around it, more instruments, and then start to build the drums over it. And if I don't have any idea, if I just want to be inspired by something that I create live, like the drum pattern, I start with the drums, because I think the drums make the biggest part in the hip-hop music, in the hip-hop beat, and I try to achieve a dope drum pattern and then build a melody around it. That definitely would be my music keyboard. I couldn't even imagine building all these melodies with my computer keyboard and with the mouse, that would be just so much time spent to get a melody right. And if you imagine, you would need to set all the velocities by hand and all these dynamics, which only really could be transported through the hands and the keys of a piano. So I think that's the most important gear I have. That varies actually. It's very hard to keep the creative side balanced. Well, my main goal is to have like 50-50%, to not have a business side taking over the creative side. But it's very, very difficult sometimes, because you maybe have more work to do, you have like special promotion going on, and a lot of emails to respond to, so it's hard sometimes. But I recognize that if I make the business side taking over in my business, then I just lose that inspiration from time to time. So it's very important to keep the creative side up and to try to reach that balance. Well, as I said, one of the main ways I keep myself motivated is to not do too much on the business side, but to keep my creative side balanced. And also other things are like reading books, reading success stories, or seeing also other producers succeeding in this industry, and also also other businesses in general. So reading like their success and how they got there really inspires me and motivates me to go on this way. I think there's a particular order you would need to have when trying to be successful as a music producer. So first is, and that's a mistake I see really a lot by music producers starting out, is that they don't even have the real quality or the quality of the beats right, and already start putting a lot of money inside the marketing and the website. So I think the most important part is your product, so your beats, and try to ask for feedback, also not also from to family and friends, but also choose other successful producers. Try to get more objective opinions about it. That's very important. And once you get there, and once you're very satisfied with the quality of your beats, then start with your marketing. Put money into your marketing and start making a website which is very easy to use. And also try to cut through the noise a bit. So don't make something or everything like everyone else. Don't think that only because one producer is successful you need to do the same. So try to put your personality into your business. That means that you might have your own licensing system or your own way to make your rights or how your website looks. You know, that there's a lot of playground for that. And don't be afraid just to give your own ideas and to look for what the best way for you would be to give the most value to your audience. I think it was at the beginning of 2016. I literally started doing music full-time at the 1st January 2016, and that was like my dream for so many years now. I started making beats more professionally in 2010, and that was my dream for it's now 5 years. And yeah, that was a real change in my life and also the way I work. And it was a bit hard in the beginning, but you get the heck out of it. We as a team really try to go beyond the beat selling. So when I get emails and also any kind of email like asking for promotion or maybe for feedback on their tracks, I really try to give that extra to them. So we don't have just a service which is the beat store and people can go buy beats and receive the files and that's it. So they can come back, ask for feedback, ask maybe for a way how they can promote their music. So we help them out also this way, also with the mixing and mastering and with designing services and album covers and stuff like that. So we really try to go that extra step. And also one thing or one way I'm trying to do that is by the service BeatCheck, which I launched now a few months ago. And BeatCheck is like a premium service of our website. So if people are very motivated and have like, that real motivation, want to create new stuff very quickly, and they go into that program, receive every beat we release for free, and we'll also get massive promotion and a music marketing course we did. So that's like an extra service which when you look into it, all these services combined is something unique in this industry. And this is how I think we stand really out online. Main way for me to find new customers is I think through YouTube. We have quite a following now on YouTube, almost 50,000 subscribers and like 300,000 views a month. And this really adds up to a constant stream of new visitors and listeners to the beats. And they always click on the free beat link in the description of every video, and they receive a free beat and also tips and introduction to me and my business, and learn about how licensing beats works and why that's important and so on. So I think that's the main source of customers. The mailing list is very important, so I focus on that a lot. And also Google search, we now are trending not so bad, and a few keywords that a lot of new visitors also find us through Google search. The main way I do that is with my mailing list. So I really focus on the mailing list because that's like the most important asset for me. And I send automated messages with every new visitor, like I said, to tell them about my story, and also educating them about the beat selling industry and how everything works, also giving more tips about that, and people really appreciate that. And from time to time also want to give something back to it, and maybe even buy a beat or just contact me to know what they can do and what they should do to improve on their career. So this is how get the most customers. That you should not forget about your mailing list. That's what a lot of producers do. So they maybe just focus on the social media sites they have. And don't get me wrong, social media is very important. But I think with your mailing list, you have an asset that you can build an audience with, you really control. This is something you don't have with social media because you always have algorithms in between your posts and what people see. So the Facebook, for example, decides whether to show your posts to your fans or not. So with your mailing list, you really have a list of people that will receive the email. And a lot of them will also read the email if you do like catchy subject lines and so on. So I think that's really, really important. And other than that, what I would say is really try to stay down to earth, no matter how big your success might be. I see a lot of producers that are maybe even becoming more arrogant about themselves and don't really reach out to artists or don't even reply to some messages they receive. And I think that's an attitude that will not help you out in this business. So really try to stay down to earth and act like a person. Don't be afraid to show your face off and the face behind the business. That's what people appreciate and what keeps them being or showing trust against you. What attracted me the first time was the instant delivery. I think MyFlashStore was like the first service who provided that type of thing. So the instant delivery was very important for me back then because as most other producers, they started out on SoundClick, and I had like only these PayPal forms, and I sent out all beats manually to the customers. So that was a lot of work. And that was not only bad for me, but also for the customers, because they just had to wait for their order and didn't get them instantly. So that's a huge service for me as a producer, but also for the customer. And that was the reason I joined. And the reason I'm staying is that MyFlashStore really has owners that are down-to-earth guys. You can really reach out to them anytime you have a problem, and they help you out, and every feature they bring out I think is very solid and it just works. So that's something I really appreciate about it, and which is very, very precious to have. MyFlashStore has impacted my business. I would say that I have more time being creative and need to take less time for all the business stuff. So like taking record of the co-producer sales and the whole bookkeeping, maybe even because you have all the sales lists and statistics. And yeah, a lot of things that I would have taken hours a day now are fully automated, and it's a store that's very easy to use also for the customers. I would even say that MyFlashStore helped me to be a full-time music producer faster than I actually thought, because it did boost the whole business for me, also because the customers enjoy the store and it's very easy to use. But right now I'm one of the top selling producers, which is a huge blessing for me, and I really appreciate that, being in that position. And we have also worked with Disney, Universal Music, so major companies, Funk Volume, Sony, HBO, Comedy Central, so a lot to mention. But I think in the future we want to focus more on the customer side. So I want to be focused more on providing more services to my customers, to artists in general, to use that reach we have right now more to promote the artist's music, and also put a lot of work inside BeatCheck, that new service I'm offering, to just give the most value I can back to the artists who are members and also customers of mine. That means a lot actually, because it means for me that I'm making my passion my job. So I think if you reach that position, that you have made your passion, that you have made a job out of your passion, you don't really work any time a day, because you really are doing only what is fun for you, and you have a lot of freedom because you are not working for anyone else, or you haven't any person in your neck just giving you orders or something. You are your own boss, and that's really something I appreciate a lot, and which means a lot to me actually. Yeah, to living my passion really. This is what beat selling means to me. The main advice I would give you is to not give up. Just for you to know, I made the first sale after 2 years of trying to make that sale. So I started on 2010 and already had a website and my appearance on SoundClick. And I tried to make sales, was active on Facebook, did build up my mailing list, and yeah, it just takes time sometimes to build an audience. I mean, if you, it's of course possible that you will make your sale earlier, much earlier, and if you know a lot more about marketing than I did maybe, for example, and but you really should have the patience, so don't give up. I was almost about to give up after these 2 years because I came back late from work and then spent the whole night producing beats and only slept like 4 hours every day for that dream of mine. And after 2 years it almost was like it had no reason to go on with that. But after I received that first sale, it kind of did a switch in my mind, and more sales also did follow after that first sale. So don't give up, have patience with it. And yeah, that's the main tip I would give you. Also, to not start improving. Don't think ever that you're good enough to just stop educating yourself about marketing and beat selling and production in general. So always keep improving. And yeah, that's the tip I would give you.